Yes, I say Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, and all the teachers of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and salutation to the elect men who's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, I say Shalom, and Shalom to all the Aquath out there who's just sitting back, paying attention, listening, and learning in silence. To you, I say Shalom. I wanted to get into a continuation of Habakkuk, I'm saying chapter 1, and I think we ended off at verse 11. So today I'm going to start at verse 12. But before I get into that, I wanted to just pretty much get into some context of what was done previously. So we established that the Chaldeans were the witches and warlocks, you know, in ancient Babylon. So in ancient Babylon, we had the witches and the warlocks, and these, I'm saying, were the Babylonians, right? They were the pretty much the Assyrian Babylonians, right? So this Chaldeans that Habakkuk was talking about, you know, pretty much they were under some heavy punishment, man. They were facing heavy judgment by these Chaldeans, right? So we know today, because in Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, it says the thing that hath been, it is that thing that shall be, meaning everything that happened before is going to happen again, right? So we know today those Chaldeans or Chaldeans are these elites that live in this society. We're talking about like the bankers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller. We're talking about Klaus Schwab. We're talking about Yuval Noah Harari. We're talking about Bill Gates. We're talking about, what I'm saying, the Musk guy, the Elon Musk guy. We're talking about Donald Trump. These men are the modern day Chaldeans. These men are the modern day Babylonians, right? And today we are here again in modern day Babylon. The scriptures speak about spiritual Babylon, right? This is it. This is where we are today, right? So without further ado, let's jump into Habakkuk. In fact, let me see if I can share my screen. Share my screen so you can see the entire thing. All right, so here we go. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, um the last lesson I did, it was on Habakkuk chapter 1, but we used the NLT and the KJV. But today I'm just going to go into the NLT just to make it quick. All right. So this is Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 12. But it's saying this is the second complaint. So Habakkuk, the first chapter, the first part of chapter 1 was Habakkuk first complaint that he was complaining to Yahweh, because Habakkuk was going through some crazy stuff. During that time, the children of Israel was going through some stiff punishment. Now, the second complaint is what I'm going to go into right now. So Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 12. O Lord my God, which is O Lord my power, my Holy One, you who are eternal, surely you do not plan to wipe us out. So Habakkuk is asking the Most High, I'm saying, if he planned to wipe us out, wipe them out. But we know that the children of Israel will never be wiped out, because these are the apple of the Most High, right? Basically, what they're going through, just going through some punishment because they kept disobeying the Most High, right? Let's go into Baruch 4 and 6. It says, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you move Yahweh to wrath. You were delivered unto your enemies." So you moved the Most High to wrath because you kept going off. You kept worshiping these false gods, doing wickedness, just living like how the Egyptians lived. You had warning when you left Egypt not to live like how the Egyptians lived. You had warning when you went into the land of Canaan not to do what the Canaanites were doing, but you still went ahead and did what the Canaanites were doing and lived like how the Egyptians were doing. So what happened? Your ass was placed into punishment. You went into captivity, right? And the Most High used these nations for a reason. There's a reason why the Edomites were here. There's a reason why the Babylonians, the Chaldeans, these modern day witches and warlocks, there's a reason why they got risen up to where they are today. right? In fact, let me see if I can get a precept just to prove that. One sec. All right, so let's get Isaiah 10 and 5. NLT, it's KJV. Let's grab it in KJV. This is Isaiah 10, and I'm going to start at verse 5. All right. O Assyria, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. So the Assyrian also are likened to these modern day Babylonians, these Edomites, these wild people that are living today, and the ones who were living while Habakkuk was um, asking Yahweh for help. These Assyrians, these people are still considered Assyrians. They're considered Assyrians, Babylonians, Chaldeans, Mount Seir. These are names that the Most High gave to these people, right? Let me read that again. Isaiah 10:5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, right? So the Most High used this rod when he's angry to punish his kids, the children of Israel. And the staff in their hand is mine indignation, right? Verse 6, I will send him against a hypocritical nation. And we know Israel is that hypocritical nation that Yahweh is speaking about. And against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, right? So the Most High is giving the Assyrians permission, right? The Most High is giving the Assyrians permission to go whoop some sense into the children of Israel's ass. This is what the Most High is doing. It says, and against the people of my wrath, I will give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like mire in the streets. So the Most High send the Assyrian against the children of Israel to punish them. Right? Now, verse 7, howbeit, right? Howbeit he meaneth not so, neither doeth his heart think so, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few, right? So it is in their heart to do the will of the Most High, which is to punish these nations, especially the children of Israel, right? Verse 8, for he saith, are not my princes altogether kings? Is that Calno as Kermish? Is not Hamath? Has Arphad? Is not Samaria and Damascus? Right? It said, as my hand hath found the kingdoms of the idols, and whose graven images did excel them of Jerusalem and Samaria. Right? Shall I not, as I have done unto Samaria and her idols, so do to Jerusalem and her idols? So the Most High is pretty much letting the children of Israel know that he's going to do to them as he did in Samaria, punish them for the idol worshiping that they're doing, right? Because there's one of the most important commandments is to love thy power with all thy heart, all thy soul, right? Don't have any other gods before me, right? But you went ahead and built these idols and start worshiping these idols, man. Verse 12, wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his work, let me read that again. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord Yahweh hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem. So after the Most High has done what he is meant to do, which is his will, which is to punish the children of Israel, right? By the hands of the Assyrians, by the hands of the Chaldeans, by the hands of the Babylonians. After his work is complete, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high hooks. So the children of Israel, not the children of Israel, these Babylonians, these Assyrians, these Chaldeans, these you know what I'm saying, Mount Seir, these wicked Edomites, they were created for a specific purpose. They are there. They were put in power for a specific purpose, and their purpose is to do what? To punish the children of Israel. Right? That was their that was their lot. Their lot is to be the punishment. Their lot is to be the hammer of the earth for Yahweh. Right? That was their lot. Right? Now, let's jump back into it. Right? It says, for he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. So they now became proud, right? Just like these Edomites today are proud. Look at Trump. Look at all these men in high places. They are so proud right now because they think that the power that they wield, they think the hammer that they have in their hand, they think the sword that they have in their hand give them all the power. But not so. Nonsense, right? The power that you wield, the power that you have in your hand was given to you by Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai, right? When you go into Job 9:24, it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? So the Most High gave you the position to rule the earth. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You didn't take this by force. I mean, yeah, you did take it by force, but only because Yahweh willed it that way, right? Now, let me get this. Ah, all right, so we know this is going into the blessing of Esau, right? This is the blessing of Esau, Genesis 27 and 40. It reads, "And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break the yoke from off thy neck." So it says, "By the sword shalt thou live." So we know that Esau was blessed with the sword. Esau, Edom, was blessed with the sword, right? It says, "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth." Right? So this blessing was predestined to happen to Esau because the punishment, because the Most High knew that he was going to use these Edomites to punish the children of Israel. Right? So this was knowledge beforehand. "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above." Right? These are blessings that the Most High gave to Esau, man. These are blessings that the Most High gave to Esau. But anyway, back into Habakkuk, right? This is verse 13. It says, "But you are pure and cannot stand the sight of evil. Will you wink at their treachery?" So Habakkuk is asking, will you wink? Will you let them slide? Will you let them get away with their deceitfulness? This is a question Habakkuk is asking Yahweh. Should you be silent while the wicked swallow up people more righteous than they? So we know the children of Israel are more righteous than the Edomites. I mean, even in their wicked days, they're still more righteous than the Edomites, right? In fact, these people, even though they were cast off, they're still the apple of the Lord's eye, right? They're still the Most High chosen people, right? That means that they're still holy, they're still separate, they're still righteous more than the wicked, right? And the wicked is Esau, Edom, the so-called white people, right? Let me read Psalms 3 and 7. Yes. Psalms 3 and 7. Yeah, this is Psalms 3 and 7. Let me grab that. So this is Psalms 3 and verse 7. It says, "Arise, O Yahweh, save me, O my power, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheek, upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly." So this is talking about their power. So the Most High is going to definitely strip these Edomites of their power. The Most High is going to empty them. The Most High is going to take away all their power. They're going to be powerless. In fact, these people, they feel like they feel like they're gods. They feel like they're untouchable, like they're unstoppable, right? Because of their military might, because of their sorcery and their witchcraft. Because, like I mentioned earlier, these people are witches and warlocks. So they feel like that's going to save them, but that can't save them. That's not going to save them, right? Because that power that you wield, the hammer you wield, the sword you wield, was given to you by Yahweh, right? So this power that you have was given to you by Yahweh, and He's going to take that power away from you and take you down to the ground. Obadiah 1 and 6, right? Let's continue here. It says, are we only fish to be caught and killed? Are we only sea creatures that have no leader? Well, you have no leader. The Most High stopped dealing with you a long time ago because why? You kept going off, worshiping these idols. So the Most High cast you off to be devoured by who? The Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Chaldeans, right? So this is the reason why you have no leader at the moment, right? Verse 15. Must we be strung up on their hooks and caught in their nets while they rejoice and celebrate? Of course, they are going to rejoice and celebrate, right? Because why? Now they have caught the apple of the most the most high eyes, right? Got them caught in a hook, in a snare, in a trap, and now they're celebrating. Because now in Psalms 83, let's grab Psalms 83. Psalms 83. Let's start at verse 1. See why they are celebrating. It says, let me start at verse 2. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, right? They make noise, confusion noise. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head, right? They became proud. They became proud. The same sword that the Most High gave them, the hammer that the Most High gave them. You know what I'm saying? The same power that the Most High gave them to devour the earth, they now feel proud like they can take down the Most High and his people, right? It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, right? Now they want to go against the Most High and against his people with the same hammer and sword that the Most High gave to them, right? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, right? That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So this they want to do. So when they string you up on a hook, when they catch you in their net, they rejoice because they feel like this is going to be the destruction of the Most High people, right? So they're celebrating, right? And who are these people that are celebrating, right? For they have consulted with one consent. They are confederate against these. So these are the nations that made they consulted and gathered together to come against the tabernacles of the Most High, which is the Israelites and the Most High. It's right. It says the tabernacle of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. So we have the African nations here. We have the Japanese here. We have the Arabs here. We have the Ish people here, right? We have the Edomites here, which are the so-called white people, right? We have the Chinese here. There's so many nations here that plotted against your downfall, right? So back in Habakkuk here, when it's speaking about they got you, you know what I'm saying, jammed up in a hook and they're rejoicing, they're celebrating because they feel like they have now won. They feel like they have victory over you. You get what I'm saying? That's what they feel like. But it's not so. Not so, man. All right, so let's jump into the next one. Let's jump into verse 16. It says, then they will worship their nets and burn incense in front of them. Why are they doing this? Because they feel like them win. They feel like they have won because they now caught you the net. They got you cornered, whooping your ass, busting your ass, not knowing that Isaiah 10 and 1 spoke about Isaiah 10 and 5 spoke about the power that was given to them just to do what? To punish you, right? Right? It says these nets are the gods who have made us rich, they will claim. These people are so proud. But all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai because he gave them the power to do this, but he didn't give them the power to kill us, to take us out, to destroy us forever. No, just to punish us for a period of time, right? Because there's prophecy that needs to fulfill, which is going to give us a switch, right? Let's jump. Let me get another precept real quick. I'm gonna get this in the KJV. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Yeah, right? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So what this is saying is that there's an appointed time, that there are certain prophecies that must be fulfilled, which is when the children of Israel will be delivered from this wicked society, from the hands of the Chaldeans, from the hands of the Babylonians, from the hands of these Assyrians. That appointed time is about to come. It says, but at the end they shall speak, meaning this prophecy has to come through, right? The Most High said that his words will never come back to him void, right? So this prophecy has to be fulfilled, right? And not lie. And it's just wait for it. Be patient. So Habakkuk is crying daily for the children of Israel, for the prosecution, for the murder, for the rape, for everything that they're going through, right? And Habakkuk today is here. In fact, we are Habakkuk today. We are living the same thing Habakkuk lived, right? Like it says in Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the thing that has been, it is that thing which shall be. And there's no new thing under the sun, roughly paraphrasing, right? So the same things that happened back then is the same thing that's going to happen again today. Okay? All right, let's go back into this. It says, they will worship their nets and burn incense in front of them. These nets are the gods who have made us rich. They will claim. Rich how? Because now they caught the apple of the Most High's eye. Right? Now they feel like they're going to destroy the children of Israel. Now they feel like, yes, we have won. But not so. Let's go into verse 17. Will you let them get away with this forever? Habakkuk is asking. But we know this is just temporary. Will they succeed? Will they succeed forever in their heartless conquest? Nah, no, it's not gonna happen like that. Let's get a precept real quick. Let's get a precept just to prove that. All right. This is Revelation 18 and verse 20. Let's grab that. Revelation 18. Revelation 18 and verse 20. All right. Come on, stop playing. All right, this is Revelation 18 and verse 20. Now, this is going to be just the two precept and then I'm done. So, Revelation 18 and verse 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and he holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh hath avenged you on her, right? And the her here is speaking about Babylon, right? Modern day Babylon, which is America, right? And Egypt, right? And the Assyrian and the Chaldeans, Mount Seir, right? This is who this precept is talking about, right? It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and he holy apostles and prophets, right? For Yahweh hath avenged you on her. And when you go into verse 21, it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, right? And cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city, Babylon, be thrown down, right? And the violence that's going to come upon Babylon, man, is going to be the nuclear missiles, right? And shall be found no more at all, because their Babylon is going to be a desolation. It's going to be desolate. No one's going to be living there after their destruction. And this is what we're waiting for. This is exactly what we're waiting for, right? But yeah, that is it. And I just want to go through a recap of what we did just now, right? So remember, part one, we talked about the Chaldeans were the witches and warlocks, back then in ancient Babylon. And today we know these Chaldeans, these witches and warlocks, they're here again today, right? In a different form, right? Reincarnated as like the Trump, the Musk, the Rockefeller, Larry Fink, Yuval Noah Harari, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, I'm saying? These men are witches and warlocks. They're back again today in their lot, doing what they were doing back then, right? We established that. But anyway, with that, I want to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Kakadash. I double honors unto the apostles and all the elders, the teachers of Great Millstone. Shalom.